Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. This one's located on the eastbourne of Airfield. Seems to be getting a lot of Airfield games at the moment. And it's under the command of the TheFerret818 of the AM clan.
Time to roll out.
That's a rather colourful skin, but of course any camouflage is actually beneficial, because of course it does reduce the ability of the enemy to see you at a distance. Now we can see he's not fully loaded into the game yet, he's not moving, but the standard reload of this Arty is 12.37 and he's got 11.72 and he's active. It's a Valentine 2 hull, as you can see. That's the same Valentine they sent to the Soviets. They actually shipped a lot of them over to Murmansk, and then they took them out of Murmansk and actually used them in the Battle of Moscow. Yes, not just Valentines, Matilda tanks too. Now, they liked the Valentines, the Russians, but they didn't particularly like the Matilda, and I think that may be down to the fact it was very complicated, whereas the Valentines were actually very simple tanks and much easier to use. Plus, of course, they were infantry tanks, which meant that they actually went in with the troops. And the benefit of that is that the troops could stop the enemy from getting an advantage over them by laying mines, and also use them against the anti-tank guns. But of course, the main benefit is that the troops always had a gun with them to attack the enemy. Okay, he's dialing in on that Matilda, but the Matilda's stopped on the corner. Now, he looks like he can do an accurate shot here. Onto the engine deck. That was extremely good. Now, is he going to get the other one? Well, that's Mitsui 108. Fires ahead of his track. Lands alongside him. Now, he can do better. It almost looked like that Mitsui was going to side scrape, but unfortunately that shell's fired a little too late. And the Mitsui, you see, is actually now fending off our teammate, the KV-1, who came around the corner and then got wiped out. That one hit him, and it actually landed on top of the engine deck, but we've lost sight of the tanks now. Okay, we can see this Matilda, but he's too close to that rock, and probably this shell's going to hit the top of the rock. No, it actually landed on the ground, but didn't do us any benefit. Well, the KV-1 on the enemy team here has just killed our IT-3. We did get a hit there, but we looked away after we shot. Okay, KV-1, one of the tracks is off. And that's going to set his tracks back again. Nice hit for 196. And he keeps getting reset, which means he's probably going to stay there until he uses his first aid, if he hasn't already used it. And he's down to less than half his hit points. So he finally used his first aid kit. Bounce out. Another big hit, but it doesn't stop him. That does. That was a stug. You've been stugged. Okay, Mitsui 108. We've got something in the way, but now the Mitsui's gone, so we don't need to worry about that. It may be one of the buildings we're near at the moment that's actually blocking the field of fire. An M5 Stewart who's trying to unload into our teammate, and unfortunately he died. Oh, but so did the Stewart! I thought that shell was going to miss because it looked like the Stewart was turning and moving out of the aim point, but it turned out that the RNG said, no, you are hitting him. Now that M5 is actually quite close. He's just off the edge of the Temple Mount, the middle island. Backing up now, he's under cover under that rock. Very difficult to hit him when he's still there. Yep, you can see the red line extends from the top of the rock. Well, he tried. We can get this Matilda, though, because he's actually poking out. Oh, we've lost sight of him again. Okay, we might be able to hit the M5. Oh, somebody else got him before us. The Marder got him. The Marder Acton DCT. Okay, who's next? Well, we just saw one of the Artys on the enemy team, and we just saw the other one as well, so we know where they are. One of them's in the bushes at the back. There's a 2-bush formation right at the back. One of the Artys is in that one. I think he'll probably be in the right-hand side of that set of bushes. The enemy Arty is an AMX13AM and a Bishop. Now, it will be the AMX13 because, of course, he's got the range of the entire map. But the shorter range Arty, the Bishop, is a little bit closer, and I think we just saw the tracer for him as well. So there's the Matilda again. He keeps getting rescue bloom because he's right on the edge of the field of fire. And he's got another kill. The arc of fire is only 8 degrees on a Bishop, only 8. 4 degrees either side of the center line. It's actually down to the gun mount. Now, that was an enemy Arty firing in our direction, but he wasn't going for us, he's actually going for the KV-1. Now, the Valentine, if he stays there, could be a victim with the next shot. I think he might be staying there for a brief moment. Rounds out. Well, he did move. Okay. Seems that the enemy is pushing to try and get over this side of the map. The AMX CLC's got the 90mm gun, which means he has to point forward. It's got very narrow arc of fire, and he just fired that 90mm. And we're firing in his direction as well. And I think he actually, at that moment, was either reloading or something went wrong. And he was trying to fix it because he stayed stationary just for a brief moment. Enemy RT firing in our direction again. Oh, he's after us. And that was definitely the AMX13AM. And he's firing from the bushes. Now, I think that was more out of anger than it's anything. And you can see where the shell landed. And he's still trying, but he's going for the wrong target now. Okay. The Valentine is still sitting there and he's stationary to take shots. Of course, he needs to be accurate. Rounds out. And now he's out the game. That's the 4th kill. We're 1 up on the enemy. There's still 5 enemy out there, including this one, the AMX CLC, who's got the 90mm gun. We fired one in at that spot. And he looked away, but he did get the shell close to the target. He's been tracked. It's going to maybe take us a second or so to dial in. And he killed him! He aimed it hit the engine deck. At the front of the AMX CLC is the engine deck. And he actually landed it on the engine deck and killed the guy. Okay, so that was a very good shot. But now he's got another dangerous enemy, the M10 RBFM. That was a little too far forward. He was aiming there. Now, is he still there? I'll have to wait and see, but it's worth a try. Rounds out. 13 rounds left. He looked away again, but there was probably nobody spotting the M10. There's 5 left on our team. 4 left on the enemy team. 2 RT, 2 tank destroyers. They've got the M10 RBFM and the Valentine anti-tank, and we've already killed one Valentine anti-tank. We're now at 5 kills. If we get one more, it's a Top Gun. Now, it would be perfectly normal for one of the enemy to creep up behind us, possibly that Valentine AT. I'm wondering what he's going to do here. Is he actually taking a different angle and going to shoot at the cap if the M10 RBFM gets close? I wouldn't be surprised for the M10 to change his attack and come at us from a different flank. We do have the Wolverine down this way. And the enemy is capping. So somebody did actually go up into our cap area. And he's in there right now. We've been spotted. Now, I reckon that's the M10 RBFM, not the Valentine anti-tank, and he's headed this way. And we can even see the Arty's following us, so I think they do know we're here. But our Wolverine is actually on his side, and that's the reason. I think that's the reason why we're actually headed this way. The Ferret, yes, it is the TheFerret818, wanted to get his teammate actually back in the game. And the only way to do that would be to come this way. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it, because, of course, he is only a lightweight tank. And the Wolverine is basically from the M10. It's basically an M4 hull. I don't think he's got the mass to actually move that vehicle. And he might be able to get behind, you know, right on the edge of the cliff and push the thing out. I think that's about all he can do. Well, the enemy that was capping is now gone. Oh, he's a good player, this guy. If I was in that position and I was actually stuck on my side, I'd definitely want somebody like him on my team. And he's actually going to do it. I think he's really going to do it. Wow. He's backing up. He wants to do it this way rather than go out onto the edge. But he's now got him in a position where he can push him over. And yes, he's done it. What a player. That's a team member for you. I hope he gets some thanks. Somebody says, oh, he says thank you. Now you can thank me and win. Oh, yes. He's actually hoping the Wolverine will now get into the game and win for us. Well, we're headed west. We still want that one kill to get a Top Gun. This player's a real star. You obviously love Arty players who think of the team rather than themselves, because they want to win. And if they see a team member in distress, they actually try and come and help them. Even in a slow tank like this, they'll only do 24 kilometers an hour. That's the maximum speed of a Bishop. It's very, very slow. It does have a very heavy howitzer mounted on top of it. And of course, it's got to carry shells. And the Bishop is actually up on top of the hill. Now, we can shoot up over this rock. We'd have to go to the edge of the sea to shoot up. He's actually going to get round so he gets a better angle. I'm wondering if the Bishop knows we're here. No, he probably doesn't, actually. Okay, so round about there. Well, he will know somebody is there now because the shell just exploded, probably behind him. And there's the enemy M10. So it was the Wolverine that was actually in the cap. Oh, beautiful! That's his Top Gun. Landed that one right on the M10, who just killed, I think it was it. Yes, he... There's the Bishop. Okay, can we get a kill to win the game? Win... If he can get both Artys, he does get a counter battery fire medal. Killing this guy is not going to win the game because we still have the Wolverine. Okay, they still have two Arty. That's a little late. Let it load. That's it. Oh, he stopped. I'm wondering if that's tracked him on one side. It looks like it has. So we might be able to get him before he can fix it. Oh, there we go. We're on the move again. And that's definitely tracked him. Okay, 125. He's now got 173. We can take him down. And... oh, we missed again. Both enemies are in sight. The AMX-13 F3AM is to our left at the moment. But we want to kill this guy. We haven't got a rescue dot, which means he's too close, so we're aiming for the AMX. He's trying to attack our Wolverine, or trying to run away from him, actually. He's coming this way. Oh, and he gets killed by the Wolverine. So he's paid us back. Can we get this Bishop? Well, if we track him, now he can see us. Is he going to fire on us? I think probably so. Oh, and the Wolverine gets the kill. But we got the Top Gun. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game from the TheFerret818 of the AM clan. It's not the first one he's had them before. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 16. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 6 exactly. His win rate in that game was 8,387. I didn't understand why he was actually going around to help the Wolverine, but I suddenly realized because that guy hadn't moved most of the game. He flipped himself over, and of course the Ferret, being a nice guy that he was, actually went round to try and help him get back into the game, and it paid off in the end because the Wolverine killed the last 2 enemy. Mind you, it would have been nicer if we got to kill them because, of course, that would have been a counter battery fire medal as well, and possibly a Radley Walters. So we missed out on that, but at least we got some hit points off that bishop in the game. Let's have a look at the team score. The highest damage was 2,109 hit points of damage. That went to the TheFerret818. Second highest damage went to the M8A1, who managed 1,458. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the M10 RBFM on the enemy team, managed 1,338. He was hiding in those bushes. But because we'd moved all the way around the South Island, we could actually see him when he fired and killed one of our teammates. And therefore, we were able to land a shell right on top of him. Very good, that one. He selected the right target to aim at. When it came to kills, you can see, yep, the Ferret managed to get 6 kills. 4 kills went to the bishop on the enemy team, the one that we actually killed at the end. He's actually called the original freak of the Arty clan. I think we've got a game by him, actually. At least I think I've seen a game by the original freak. And 2 kills went to the M8A1, the Stugdai Aslains B. The Wolverine, of course, managed to get a Pascucci's medal in the end because he killed both enemy Arties instead. And I'm sure he was very happy about that because, of course, being on your side most of the game, you think, oh dear, I'm going to end up here getting killed by the enemy because I'm just sitting here helpless and there's nothing I can do about it. But a little champion came along, the Ferret, and got him back upright again, and he actually managed to get a medal out of it for us. And after that, it was funny because the TheFerret818 said, go and win the game for us. And basically, that's what he did. Okay, so 2 kills also went to the M10 RBFM on the enemy team, the Panzer T 25. Yes, I get it right. And the MX CLC as well. When it came to base XP, it's, the TheFerret818 who got the highest. 837 went to him, 831 went to the M8A1, and the third highest, well, that was the Stugdai Aslains B with 577. The Wolverine might have been higher if he'd actually had a chance to play in the game for most of it, and instead he spent most of the game on his side. 35 shots fired. This Arty does not carry a whole lot of ammunition, only 39. So he was getting very close to the end. 14 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 18 splash. 2,109 hit points of damage, of which 1,644 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the close shots were on that bishop towards the end, plus some of the other tanks that he was firing at, such as the Valentine and the M5. They were actually very close when he was firing. He also received 1 hit by way of splash damage. That was from the AMX-13. Who actually worked out where he was. You can see the traces. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, and he got 160 hit points of damage assist. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 14,845 credits, and he also took away 837 base XP out of the game. But he's a real little hero, the Ferret, because of course, doing what he did to the Wolverine actually helped them win the game. And gave the guy a medal out of it as well. That's a real good game. He would have probably killed those 2 guys anyway. And of course, as I said, he would have got a counter battery fire medal when he did that. But either way, he actually gave a medal to somebody else. And that guy did save and win the game for them. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.